on the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. A high-caliber, high-noon showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Tennessee Volunteers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zone. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Nice.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Tennessee's offense will start this game off with the football. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the back from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah. Caught, and he's got room. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The ball's racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, a lot of coaches talk about, let's set the tone early. Let's come out and assert our style. I like it. Let's just come out and fling it and make a big play and make this defense know we're ready to get this thing rolling.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So Texas offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
I think in college football, games are still won and lost in the trenches, David, and we are looking at one of the great offensive lines today in college football. They know every single week one thing. They are going to try to line up, and they're going to try and run the football. When you've got a tailback like they've got, and you've got this offensive line, man, they're hard to stop.
They are hard to stop, man. And what I love about offensive linemen, I like when they don't like people, and they enjoy moving people against their will. And this unit, man, they're going to pave holes, and this running back's going to get the credit. But make no mistake about it, that line up front paves the way and makes his job so much easier.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. If they're going to run the football, they better be man enough to stop it.
Running inside, it's McCutcheon. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To throw, Manning. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Cuts it upfield. It's McCutcheon. There's a crease. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd and California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
The Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Going to the run, it's Wilson. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space. And I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the 1st down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
He'll run it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are...
Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Man, it's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest, will cross that goal line, will take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Look out! And down he goes, the defense bringing the heat.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Out wide right, it's Matthews. Makes the guy miss and finally brought down at about the 25. Selling the fake. Looking for a big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Vols will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Making his first move. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Wilson on the carry. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Enough to move the chains. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
What a nice run there. And I tell you, Texas has always been a place where there have been outstanding running backs. This guy is the next in line. He's got vision, he's got speed, he's got power. It always seems like it takes multiple defenders to bring him down. Huge weapon in this offense.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. To the line. Hands it off. Has the 6. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Hey, you could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards of carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there on that pocket.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Powers inside. And he's in. Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking left. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Turning it on! And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Manning. Gets rid of it. Right side, it's Wingo. Makes the grab and room to run. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
With the draw, it's Wilson. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he'll just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Burrowing for yardage. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. So here is the Tennessee offense. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Sells the run, looking to pass. Fires left. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
With the catch, it's Thomas. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to get the first through the air. Swings it out to his running back. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
The run inside. It's Bishop.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Open space at the 25. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out wide left, it's Jackson. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Snaps it in the shotgun. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers! Gets it into the end zone.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Quick give. It's Wilson. Good gain there. Picks up the 1st down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Arch is going to throw for it. Out wide right, it's Townsend. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Left side is Bishop. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And he missed it. No good. Missed a field goal. Missed a chance to make it a 3-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with Arizona taking on the number 10 team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
And the Volunteers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the Texas head coach coming out of the locker room. He loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the 3rd quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the 1st half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
This offense has it with really good field position. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
The Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Pulled to the ground.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Oh, the big fella running to glory.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. In the red area, it's Wilson. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Snap it to the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Texas. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Well, after struggling so much in the 1st half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the 2nd half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Texas sideline, something I've got my eyes on is how the running back is moving and cutting. As you know, he did get really banged up in that game last week despite the win, and he's going to have to fight through some bumps and bruises here today. I've got my eyes on him, and I will keep you posted down here from the field. Guys, back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Here's Arch to throw. They're all over him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Out wide left, it's Wingo. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Rolls right. Fires on the move. Right side, it's Bishop. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the gun, it's Bishop. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get. And
makes the catch, and he's free. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Yeah, punts just aren't going to get this team back in the game. That was the problem early, just not able to convert on third downs, but a really good job there. Nice execution. That should really help their confidence moving forward.
Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And, man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide right, it's Bishop. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Straight ahead, it's Baker. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the Longhorn sideline. This offense has been a big storyline here today. We did not expect them to be so proficient against one of the top defenses in the country, but here we are. A big blowout. They have the ball and the lead. Coaches keep talking to the players about finishing strong. Let's see if they're able to keep up that momentum here today and get the upset. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. They give it to him again. A little more space, open up that play. Even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Manning from the gun on third down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Longhorns will punt this one away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Between the hashes, it's Cartwright. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Right side, it's Thomas. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Looking downfield, it's Gay. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And that is exactly what you want on third down defense, man. You want to drop back and you want to make...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. The fake wants to throw. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Gonna run it. It's McCutcheon. They've got him corralled.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the